Hey everybody, Mac here. Welcome back to the show. Welcome to Comic Book Wednesday. What we have here today is the Marvel Legends series Walgreens Exclusive Quasar. Now I know what you're thinking. Mac, you don't collect Marvel Legends, and normally you'd be right. However, there are some series in Marvel that I was really into, and sort of still am. And one of the things that I really liked about Marvel, that I really thought they did well, and I was always a big fan of, was their old school cosmic heroes. Things like Quasar here, things like Captain Marvel and Silver Surfer, stuff like that. So every chance I get, if I can find a cosmic hero, I'm going to pick them up. And finding Quasar was a bear because of it being a Walgreens exclusive. And Walgreens isn't exactly the best at having their figures, their exclusive figures, out on the shelf. As a matter of fact, there have been 3 so far for the Cosmic line, and that's Quasar, Binary, and Nova. And I don't really have any affinity towards Nova, and I saw Nova, and I passed up on Nova, and now I'm regretting it. But I was able to find Quasar, and I definitely want Binary if I can get my hands on her. So taking a look at the packaging, it is the standard Marvel Legends packaging, which interestingly enough, nowhere on here does it say Walgreens exclusive. So up front, black box, window, see the figure, see the accessories. On the side, artwork of Quasar, more window, same artwork, more window. Up top, we got Quasar symbol, which is right there on his chest. On the bottom, legalese, barcode, and on the back, we have that image with the Starfield cape. I really like that. And donning a pair of quantum bands, Wendell Vaughn transforms into Quasar, the protector of the universe. And those are his quantum bands right there on his wrist. So, without further ado, let's get this box open and let's take a look at Hasbro Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Quasar. Okay, friends, here he is, our man Quasar, out of the box, and we're going to put the tape measure to him, and when we do, we are going to see that Quasar comes up at just under 6.5 inches tall, maybe looking about 6 3/8. So let's bring him up front, let's take a look at him, let's look at his articulation. I really like this guy. But before we go any further, let me just say that after I uploaded the G.I. Joe video the other day, I noticed that I had hit the 800 subscribers. And I just wanted to say thank you for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody that has been on this journey with me. I appreciate everybody that has been with me since the beginning. You know who you are. And I will definitely have something coming up soon for sort of like an 800 celebration. So thank you for that. Now let's take a look at Quasar. All right, taking a look at articulation. He has a little bit of head tilt. Not a whole lot. His head does do a full 360 turn. It doesn't go back very much because of his mane right here, but he can look down fairly well. His arms will do a complete 360 rotation. They just get hung up on his cape piece a little bit. No butterfly joint, but his arms do come up past 90. He has a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows that give some really good travel. And he has wrist swivel and pivot in and out. At the waist, you can see right here, he has that waist joint right there that he can really crank forward. Even with the cape on, he can really crank back. Fly! And he has a waist twist, as you can see. Legs come up to 90. Legs go forward. Whoa, legs really go forward. Quasar can kick. Legs go back. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knees with some decent travel. Boot cut. Ankles go back. Ankles go forward. And a forward facing pin for rocker. My only problem with the articulation is in the ankles, actually. That, find the sweet spot to get him to stand. That detent goes back. That detent goes a little too far forward. You kind of have to get it to stand in kind of like a mid-range to get him to stand up. You see what I mean? Yeah, you kind of have to put it between detents to get him to stand. Now looking at the sculpt and the paint app of Quasar, I really like Quasar. I really like Quasar. I think this is a really well done figure. It really makes me want to get Binary, and it's really making me regret not getting Nova. That, first of all, his face sculpt, his face portrait, eyes looking forward, and just the hair, the wash on the hair, so you have sort of like that honey wheat look going on with his hair. I really like that. The sculpt of his face, like this is not like a generic face sculpt. This looks really good with this strong lantern jaw. The paint app, the deco on the crest of his cape, and on the underside of his cape, the star field, I love that. Like, it's not just dots. Like, you can even see, like, there's his, like, little Quasar star right there. Like, the whole thing just looks fantastic. And I really love, like, the little detail in the quantum bands here. I think that looks fantastic. And also, he has some really big feet. Like, here's Quasar's feet, here's Captain Marvel's feet. And you can see that even though he has, like, those duck feet going on, they're still a decent size. And I think that is so that once you do get him in a standing position, he has a solid base, so the cape doesn't weigh him back and he doesn't fall. Like, I really, really like the coloring, the sculpt, the look. Everything about Quasar looks fantastic. And we got some flow to the cape, so it looks good, but it's not like that Thor anniversary figure where there's a little bit too much and it sort of kicks him to the side. Of course, he doesn't have an ab crunch, so that wouldn't happen anyway. And the way that the cape is attached is, if you pop the head off, the cape is just fit around the neck piece, like so. See what I mean? So you could actually put this on another figure. Oh, you could put this on Captain Marvel, too. That would look cool. But we got Quasar going on here, and that fits on. This does get a little loosey-goosey on him when you're posing him, when you're trying to get him into position. But it's nothing that you can't work around. And I have to say that my only disappointment, and disappointment might even be too harsh of a word, this might be a nitpick, that the arms have pinless joints, which I love. I love the look of that. That down here, we have this one blue pin on each side of the boot. It's blue on the legs, it's blue on the inside, but we got one blue one just shining through on the boots right there. That it would have been cool if there would have been a cap, or if these would have been pinless, or if it would have been a two-toned pin. And that's so small, that's so insignificant, and I realize that might be a nitpick, but it's something worth mentioning. For accessories, Quasar comes out of the box with a pair of clenched fists. He comes with a pair of these open hands for flying positions. He also comes with these energy effects that I really like the sculpt of it, I really like the coloring of it, and these just fit right over top of his fists for like energy blasts and energy punch, whatever you would want it to be. And he does come with, where'd the other one go? He does come with two of them. That I seem to have misplaced the second one. Oh, no, here it is. He does come with two, one for each hand. They're basically the same thing. There's not a whole lot of difference in the sculpt. There is difference in them, though. So they're not exact mirror replicas of each other. But unless you're really looking, I don't think you're going to notice. Something else that I found interesting about Quasar, canonically, once the bands are on him, they're stuck to him, they're attached to him permanently. But not with the action figure, because they do pop off once you pop the hand off. So just beware of that when you're trying to swap out hands, make sure it doesn't fall off. Because that's how I found out. I took this hand off, it fell off, and I was like, hey, where did my quantum band go? Okay, now for size comparison, here he is next to Marvel Legends Captain Marvel and Psylocke from the Nimrod 3-pack. And here he is with Marvel Select Thanos Classic and Lady Death. Here he is with Lanyard Toys City Hunter Predator and Xenomorph Drone. And finally, here he is with Wicked Cool Toys Halo 2 Master Chief and Noble 6. Okay, so I had originally just wanted this figure because it was Quasar, because it was part of Marvel's cosmic pantheon, and because it would go good with my Captain Marvel, with my Thanos, and hopefully with the rest of the figures that I'm going to get. I still got to get Binary, I need a Warbird, I need Genis Vell, I need Silver Surfer. There's a lot that I need to get, but I ended up really liking the look, the feel, the sculpt of this figure way more than I thought I was going to. At first, I was a little disappointed that he wasn't in his classic, like, 1970s look, because he would have looked really good next to Marvel with that classic look with the headband and everything. But then after I got him out of the box and I saw that it's his more updated look, I'm really glad they went with that one, like, because this looks sharp. The cape is fantastic. The undertone with the star field underneath it, I love it. The chest piece with the star up top, the energy effects on his fists, the sculpt of the quantum bands, his face sculpt, everything about this is fantastic. Like, this is a really well done figure, and it makes it even more frustrating that it is a Walgreens exclusive, and not everybody is going to be able to get their hands on it because Walgreens exclusive. If you can't get your hands on it, I do hope you enjoyed the look at it here, because I understand this may be as close as some people can get before they have to turn to the secondary market and pay some overpriced fees for it, let's say. But I do hope you enjoyed this. I do hope you liked this. And once again, I do want to thank you for 800 subscribers. And we will be celebrating that soon. So until that happens, my friends, play well, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.